Hey, all you Ironman football fans, welcome to another week of the Chubby Guys Podcast Player of the Game Award. This week's award is brought to you by Southern Ohio Smiles, Precision Masonry LLC, Newsome Equipment Rentals, Mayhew Brown Funeral Home, Kelly Wiley Group of the KW Capital Partners, Jackson Meats, and Brian Delaney Excavating. Thank you to all of our sponsors, and welcome to this week's edition of the Chubby Guys Podcast Player of the Game. Ladies and gentlemen, this week we've got, this is a special one for me. Last week, Chad had the special one with the Delaneys, but, this week's Player of the Game, the Chubby Guys Podcast Player of the Game is Ryan Taylor, who is one of my longest friends, that I've ever had in my life, Jake Taylor, which is his son. So, Ryan, congratulations. Yeah, it's a special one, man. So, last week you were, 55-0 against Greenfield McLean?
Yep.
Yeah, so what do you think was some of the major things that got you the Player of the Game award, man?
I mean, just playing through adversity first. I mean, that field was absolutely terrible. I mean, you just got to adjust your play game.
Yeah.
They play me. They moved me from inside linebacker to defensive tackle throughout the game. Mostly that game for middle linebacker, just reading their running back, key him a lot, helped you out making plays. Had a couple good plays at linebacker, filling gaps. I believe had a tackle for loss at defensive tackle. Defensive tackle, I mean, it comes naturally for me. I've done it all my life. I mean, I was chubbier as a little kid.
Hey, well, welcome. Yeah.
And I thinned out as I got older, and then I just stuck with it. So, I mean,
You might be the tallest Taylor out there that I know of. I was trying to think here, before the show, but you're probably the biggest, aren't you?
Yeah, Dad's he's like 5'6" and 3/4.
Yeah.
And Mom's like 5'4", so
Yeah.
a blessing being tall.
Yeah, I don't know where you got that.
No,
that
I
height.
think Zach's about like 5'10", 5'9".
Yeah. The short lineage on both sides of that crew, from what I remember. But so you had a big game. You had tackle for loss. At what point? How long did you guys even play? Being on the first string, you guys probably done by halftime.
We had played the first half. Our number ones in, and then we came out the second half with our varsity offense.
Yeah,
just one series, and that was it. And then we're out.
Yeah.
Defense, they put the JV in on the first drive.
Yeah. That's what you got to do in those situations. But let's talk. We don't really talk about this, but since how I know you and I'm interested in this. How old are you now? So
I'm 17. I'm pretty young for my grade.
You're a young senior.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's Tate's plans after high school here, man?
Honestly, I want to go to college. I mean, that's been playing all my life, but I mean, looking at like the trades nowadays, that's where the money's at. So I mean, I'm looking at my options, seeing what there is. I mean, if I'd be interested in anything in the trades, I think it'd be a lineman or something like that.
Yeah, okay.
But on the other hand, I'd for college, going for business, probably being a financial advisor, looking for that, something like that area.
What kind of classes are you taking now? I've been out of school for 25, 26 years now. What kind of classes are you guys taking now to kind of get you ready for the next step? I mean, you taking anything like AP classes now or college prep?
I'm a lot different than a lot of other students. I'm CCP, so I go down to the Jackson Center, Rio Jackson Center, and I take a lot of college classes now.
So you're CCP, which stands for College Career Prep, right?
College Credit Plus, I think.
College Credit Plus, okay.
Yeah. So last year I did just full CCP and just took strictly college classes. Now it's nice. It's really nice, and it saves you a lot of money for college. I would suggest any kid to do it. But this year, I took college success at high school. That's just for like a scholarship class almost. Okay. But Betty Miller helps out a lot.
Okay, yeah, we had Betty on the show.
Yeah.
So you're thinking linesman or maybe more in the financial trade.
Yeah.
Do you have this kind of narrowed down between? Obviously those are two totally different sides of the spectrum. Yeah. So if you go trades, what's your plan? If you say you're going to be a lineman, so where would your first step be out of high school?
Be quite honest with you, I think I'm going to go for the business background straight. Like coming out of high school, I'm going to go to college.
Okay.
And if it comes out, I absolutely hate it, I'm going to do the linesman. But I think it'd be beneficial to have a business background So eventually, so I don't have to work all my life, like it's like strictly hard work. I can work myself up into the company I'm working for.
As a foreman or supervisor position or something like that. Yeah. So where do you think you're going to go acquire this business degree? Or
I'm looking at OU. I like OU a lot.
Yeah,
it's close to home. I mean, good campus.
Yeah, they have a lot of fun at OU. Yeah. So you're just what other sports are you doing then? So right now you got a pretty full plate with football, right? I mean, you got the season. You're in week. This was week 6 or six. Yeah, this was week 6. So we're coming into week 7. So you're guaranteed 3 more weeks. You got a playoff run this year. They're going to take 16.
Yeah.
16 teams in playoffs this year. So you're pretty well guaranteed a playoff spot now.
Yeah, we're still working on getting more home games this year, going to the playoffs. I mean, lose that Hamilton Ross loss it's hard
That's
on us.
a tough one.
Yeah, tough. But 16 more teams in the not 16 more, but 16 teams in the playoffs. Tough region this year.
Region.
Add some more teams.
I heard the other day, my son's playing Pee Wee, and we were all down there talking at the Pee Wee game a couple weeks ago, and they said Jackson was 1 kid away from being D4.
Yeah, surprisingly or not. Yeah,
whiz.
Yeah, that'd probably. I mean,
boy, wouldn't that have been a game changer? In my tenure here, 43 years, I don't know that we've ever been D4.
No, I've never heard of that. No.
Yeah, your dad would know that. I mean, he's been around for a lot of them. But so you got the playoff run, and then kind of give me a rundown on the teams that you could face in the playoffs now in our region and our division.
I mean, Athens.
Athens. Okay.
I mean, they're looking they're looking good this year, obviously, but Steubenville's one of the better ones.
Okay.
Going in there, I think Bishop Watterson, of course, we played them before. Well, I think Hartley's in there. Maybe, I'm not sure. Just a lot of. We got Bellefontaine.
Bellefontaine. Yeah.
Going in there, they're a tough team. I think their quarterback's going to High State.
Really?
Well, he's one of the top quarterbacks in the nation. But,
that Ironton loss, I mean, you hate it, because it was it was a brutal loss.
Actually, it wasn't there that game.
Oh, you weren't there that game?
I played a quarter, and then Jason took me out because I overheated. I got sent to the ER.
Okay, all right. Well, that was a tough loss for Jackson, but Ironton has since went on, and they just went to the last play of the game with the number 1 team in Canada.
Yeah.
They racked 40 or 50 on the number 9 team in the state of New York.
That was pretty impressive.
I mean, these guys. I mean, I can't wait to kind of see where they end up. They're definitely going to make a run for it. But I mean, they just played great football. But so does Jackson have anybody coming up on the schedule that you feel that you're going to have your hands full before the playoffs?
I mean, we definitely got some competitors. I mean, Washington Courthouse has some athletes. I mean, that's this Friday's game. But Miami Trace definitely has a lot of athletes too.
Miami Trace was a powerhouse for years and years and years. I mean, there was a rival there, kind of an unbeknownst rival. They had a coach that was from here for 20 years probably. His name was Jeff Conroy. And he had a tremendous program at Miami Trace that a lot of people always kind of compared to the Jackson program. But I don't think it's where it was.
No, I mean, in recent years past, I mean, yeah, of course, but this year they've definitely got a team. I mean, they're going to play it against us. I mean, it's going to be a good game.
Yeah, they've got some athletes. I work out with some of those guys at AP Prep with them in the summers and stuff. Whenever they go there, Austin Brown, a real good friend of mine. He plays for Miami Trace, good ball player. So are you doing basketball, wrestling, baseball? Are you strictly football kid?
Strictly football. I might play a little bit of track this year.
Okay.
So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, senior year, man. I mean, I'd get it all in you while you can. I mean, this part of your life is going to be short lived here. You got what 7 months, 8? Well, 7, 8 months, and you're going to be graduating, partner.
Yeah, CCP gets out in May, so
CCP gets out in May.
I'll just have that class at the high school,
Yeah. So, hey, best of luck to you, Tate. It's been a pleasure to watch you. I know that, your dad and all your family has always been near and dear to my heart. And, I've always paid attention to what you guys are doing. And so I was looking. So I don't know if you know this, but David Gillum is my cousin. I'm sure you know David.
I know David Gillum.
And I was looking the other day. There was a picture of Zach and your brother at La Rosa's. that Zach had put out on social media or something, and I was thinking to myself after that picture, pretty neat little scenario right now, because you've got from the old days, so you and Tucker would basically be as close to brothers as you can possibly get. I mean, you and your dad and Morgan have been thick as thieves ever since young years, and so now you've got Christian.
Yeah.
As part of David's boy, Morgan's boy, you
too,
and Swack, nice little crew there. I was looking at that and I thought that's pretty neat, because your dad and Morgan and David and Robber, they have been friends since they were Gibbs' age here, and to see all you boys playing together. So Tucker's a senior, you're a senior, right? Jake and Morgan probably planned that.
That's why I always thought.
They probably did. Knowing Christy and Misty, they were probably like, yeah, let's just have babies at the same time. We might as well do this together.
Yeah.
But that's pretty neat. But Christian, he's 2 years younger than you, right?
Yeah.
He's sophomore.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, he's playing well.
Yeah.
Yep, he's had some big plays in some games here this year. The whole team, I've said, I've worked out with a lot of those guys at AP Prep for the last couple of years, and especially the linemen, Jake Allen and Colson Oyer and Griffin Leach and these guys, Amick.
Oh, Gabe Amick?
Amick. Well, I mean, this guy comes out of nowhere. Big dude.
Yeah.
Big dude. Jace, Sturgill. I mean, just all Grant Kennedy, all these guys that I've paid close attention to over the years. And I've said for years, this team right now, and I know that your record might not show it, but probably one of the thicker athletic groups that I've ever seen come through Jackson. I mean, this line should be absolutely incredible. I mean, they're huge, they're strong, they can move. I mean, your backfield is loaded up. You got Bodie, you got last week's player of the game winner Bryce Delaney, who's just an absolute animal.
Yeah.
That guy. Just you guys are a really fun group to watch, and I can't wish you enough success going into the postseason. Jackson is due to get past these regionals, and I think this is the crew, man. I think, I want you to make a run at state, but I mean, first and foremost, we got to get out of the regionals. So I think this crew can do it, man. So best of luck to you. You want to tell anybody hi? You want to tell Grandma Gaga hi, or anybody? Let's see, who else do we know?
Let's say hi to Happle here. It's my grandpa on my mom's side.
Okay,
Billy Starkey.
I know Billy Starkey.
Yeah.
I know both them sides, man. You got one grandma in the horse business.
Mom's birthday today. Happy birthday, Mom.
Happy birthday, Mom. Happy birthday, Kristen. So I won't tell her age.
I don't even know it.
Oh, I know it. Yeah. I know exactly how old she is. Happy birthday, Kristen. So, hey, man, best of luck to you. You going to come back on the show once you become a lineman or a financial advisor?
Yeah, just shoot me something.
Perfect. All right. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, your Chubby Guys podcast player of the game, week 6, Ryan Taylor, a.k.a. Tate, right?
Yeah, Ryan Tate.
Ryan Tate. All right, man. All right, see you guys.